All right, Coach. Pretty good weekend for you guys. Took the series over Southwest. Can you just kind of talk about the performance as a team as a whole?
Yeah, it was. I mean, another series win, which is always a good thing. I thought kind of we played the same way we have the last couple weeks, a little bit inconsistent. Like the games we win, we played really well in, and we we do what we're supposed to do. We swing it and we pitch it. We play some defense, and the games we've lost, we've kind of got away from that. We've gone up there and haven't made adjustments at the plate. We haven't played some defense and just pressed too much. So good weekend series win. A lot of stuff for us to keep working on and keep improving on, and just build on some consistency here going to the last home stretch.
You saw pretty much everything in that series, from pitcher's duel to walk-off win to explosive offense in Game 3. What do you think you guys can take from those 3 games?
That we can do it all, and we just need to be able to do it every time. And we've said it from the first interview I've had this year. Is playing our game is what we're going to be good at and how we're going to be successful. And we do that 2 out of 3 times a weekend, and sometimes 1 out of 2 on the midweek. So we got to be better. We got to be more consistent with it. And offensively, we've shown that we can put up a lot of runs really quick. On the mound, we've been pretty good for the most part of the year of throwing strikes and competing and getting high outs. And defensively, when we're locked in and ready to make plays, we're as talented as they get. We just sometimes take a couple plays off here or there and get a little bit lazy. So need to keep showing some things up. But again, this weekend shows that we can do it all. We just need to start putting it all together.
Looking at the 2 games on Saturday, both 5-4 contests, 1-run ball games. At this juncture of the season, with the conference tournament coming up, approaching in a couple weeks, how important is it for you guys to play in some of those close, contested games?
I feel like every game we've played has been close and contested this year, so I think we've got a good feel for that. But again, playing good baseball games like that's always fun. You can learn a lot from it on both sides of it. So good to see this weekend. And again, we got some things to learn from the game we lost and the game we won. So we'll be able to kind of take away some things and again just be ready to make plays when we need to.
You get out to a 4-0 lead in that game in Game 1. What do you have to see from your team to hold that kind of lead in the future and not let them scratch back the way they did?
Just stay at it. I mean, I think at the plate we got a little bit complacent and kind of got away from our approach a little bit with at-bats, and defensively we got a little bit squirrely. So I thought we still pitched it pretty good. We put ourselves in a position to win it. We just need to kind of finish it. And so again, nothing crazy, nothing groundbreaking that we need to do to fix it. Just keep getting back at it and be ready to go.
Had a couple guys. So a couple fill-ins a little bit with Buckmeyer and Kozlowitz, and both of them swung the bats really well this weekend. Can you talk about their efforts?
Yeah, you know what? We've kind of said that from the start as well. Is we've got a lot of guys that probably deserve to have more at bats and more time and more innings on the mound than what they've gotten this year, but. We feel like we've got a talented roster to where sometimes it's tough to get those guys. And Dylan Buckmeyer's been like that since the day he stepped on campus. He probably hasn't gotten the at-bats that he's wanted, but when his number's been called, he's been really, really good. And this weekend he had his first 2 home runs of his career, which was about as fun as it gets. And I mean, to see our bench go crazy and for him, the support he had with that was fun to watch. And Kaz, I mean, he was a guy who had a really good year for us last year and started off pretty slow and actually hadn't had a hit since 2 falls, and he came out in a pretty big way this weekend. So we know he can hit, and we know Buckmeyer can hit, but Kaz is getting himself on a little bit of roll here. We know that, and again, it's better late than never. So we're pretty excited for it.
Another player that had to kind of fill in, Jake Collins, out in center field, had a hit in each game. He had a really good series this last weekend.
Yeah, Collins has been he's been around it for the last 3 years. He started for us as a true freshman, played quite a bit last year, and again it was another guy who got squeezed out a little bit at the beginning of the year. And to his credit, when his number got called, he was ready, and he's been really good since he took over our everyday center field job. At the plate, he's been good, but defensively, it's been really good. He's making a ton of plays, gives us a steady presence out there, and he's been really good for us. So it's been good to kind of solidify that defense for us, and we're excited for him.
On a little bit more of a serious note, obviously you had the memorial for JD this weekend. Had a couple of his family members in attendance with several former players, alumni from the team. Can you kind of talk about the emotions of the weekend from that standpoint and just kind of the mindset of the guys and the alumni that were back?
Yeah, it was. I mean, DeMar meant so much to this program in so many different ways. I mean, one of the best captains we've ever had. Phenomenal kid, and the fact that as many alumni showed up for him as that did was really cool to see. So. His mom and his girlfriend were able to make it up, and we wanted to do something to kind of show what he meant for us, and I think we did that. And his mom and girlfriend were awesome to have here, and our guys responded to it well. So it was a good weekend to really remember a kid who did so much for us and be just such a good person. So it was good.
Back to on the field, Caden Cardoso, what a weekend for him. He just had great at-bats. Every single time he was up there, he did not get cheapened from his appearances. He looked like he was really seeing the ball well this weekend.
Yeah, he was. I mean, and Caden's been another guy who's been really, really good or a little bit inconsistent, and that's kind of what we've been working with him on. And again, this weekend kind of showed who he is as a hitter, and now we're going to build off of that with him because he went up there and had a competitive at bat after competitive at bat, and was able to put a lot of really good barrels on the baseball for us. So he was fun to watch at the plate, and hopefully we can't build off of that because he's a talented hitter and does a lot of really good things for us if he's on base.
Looking ahead now, you got St. Cloud State coming to town on Wednesday. What challenges are the Huskies going to present?
You know, they're a good team. They're a scrappy team. They're down some guys from some injuries this year, but they just came off a big weekend sweep against Crookston, who's been playing well. So they're going to come in and they're going to be ready to roll. And we got to match the energy. We got to match the intensity, and it's going to be a big time NSIC clash. So it's going to be fun. We got some guys ready to go, and our guys like to get hyped up for these weekends. So I think they'll be ready, and I think these Wednesday games are going to be a pretty good midweek clash.
And it seems like such an obvious question, but how big would it to get home field for that, postseason, to be able to play in your own yard and, make them come to you? That'd be pretty huge.
Yeah, it'd be huge. We're pretty good at Corbett, and we like playing at home, sleeping in our own beds, and playing in front of our fans. And hopefully, again, if we can take care of business, I think we got as good a shot as anybody. So we're not going to try looking at too much. We got to play our game. We got to go out there one at a time. And again, every once in a while, when we get a little bit too far in advance, we drop a game we shouldn't, and it's kind of been a theme for us here the last couple of weeks. So we're going to put one game at a time, and then we're going to go at it in one inning at a time, really. So try to put up a run here, a run there, and a 4-spot here, 5-spot there. So I got a guy here or there, and at the end of the year, we'll be ready to go no matter where we play. But hopefully it is here at Corbett.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.